Today, we're diving into one of the greatest engineering projects in all of history, the superhighways of ancient Rome. Get this, the Roman Empire built over 50,000 miles of high-tech, paved roads. To put that into perspective for you, that's a network long enough to circle the entire Earth twice. So that's the big question, right? How did they pull this off? How did they build a system so advanced that parts of it are still in use 2,000 years later? Well, let's dive in and unpack the genius behind their engineering, from their clever tools to their secrets for building roads that could basically last forever. All right, first things first. Why even bother building all these roads in the first place? I mean, what was the point? Well, the answer really boils down to two things: control and connection. You have to remember, the Roman Empire was absolutely massive. It stretched all the way from Britain to the Middle East. So these roads weren't just simple paths. No way. You should really think of them as the physical internet of the ancient world. This incredible network was the key to moving armies quickly, sending critical messages, and transporting goods. It's what literally held their giant empire together. So let's talk about the engineering. One thing you need to know about the Romans is that they were obsessed with straight lines. But think about it. How do you build a perfectly straight road for miles without any satellites or lasers? Well, it took some seriously brilliant surveyors and a few incredibly clever tools. Okay, take a look at this. It might look pretty simple, but this device, called a gramma, was the secret to all that Roman precision. It's basically a wooden cross with weighted strings hanging off it. And because of gravity, those strings always hang perfectly straight down. So by lining them up with poles in the distance, surveyors could plot a perfectly straight line for miles and miles, no matter what was in the way. And here's another piece of genius tech, the chorobates. Think of it like a giant spirit level. It's a long wooden plank with a groove for water. This tool let them measure the slope of the land perfectly, making sure the road's gradient was just right, not too steep. That made it way easier for heavy wagons and marching soldiers, which made the whole system faster and more durable. Okay, so they could plan a straight line, but how did they actually build these roads to last forever? How did they make sure they wouldn't just sink into the mud after a few decades? Let's get into the actual construction. The secret sauce was in how they layered it. Seriously, they built their roads like a 4-layer cake. Each layer had a very specific job. You've got the big stones at the bottom for a solid foundation, then smaller rocks, then a kind of concrete core, and finally those smooth, tightly fitted paving stones on top. This whole cake could be several feet thick, and that was the real secret to why they've lasted so long. And they knew one thing for sure: water is the ultimate enemy of any road. So they basically declared war on it. They built the roads with a slight curve on top, what we call crowning, and then dug deep drainage ditches on both sides. The result? Rainwater would just run right off, keeping the foundation totally solid and the road usable no matter the weather. So once these superhighways were built, they basically became the lifeblood, the arteries of the entire empire. You just have to imagine them buzzing with activity. Soldiers, messengers, merchants, all moving faster and more efficiently than ever before. This led to something called the cursus publicus. It was the state-run postal service. You can think of it as the ancient world's FedEx, but it was exclusively for official government business. This system meant that the emperor's commands and critical intelligence reports could move at, well, just breathtaking speed.
So how did they get that kind of speed? Well, the secret was a brilliant network of relay stations. These were basically ancient pit stops set up every 10 to 12 miles or so. A messenger would ride in, jump on a fresh horse, and be gone in minutes. They could just keep going, day and night. And because of this relay system, a single urgent message could travel up to 150 miles in just 24 hours. I mean, that is shockingly fast for the ancient world. It gave the Roman government a massive, massive advantage. But hey, it wasn't just for government mail. These roads were for everyone. Legions could march up to 20 miles a day. Merchants could get their wine and grain to brand new markets. Regular travelers could figure out distances using milestones. The roads really did connect the entire empire, fueling the economy and spreading Roman culture everywhere. So, okay, this is all cool ancient history, but why does it matter to us, right now? Well, because we are literally living with the legacy of this engineering. The echoes of these roads are right beneath our feet. In fact, you're probably closer to a Roman road than you even realize. It's true. So many of Europe's most famous cities are only there because a Roman road connected that spot first. London, that was Londinium. Paris was Lutetia. Vienna, Vindobona. They all began as Roman outposts on the road network.
And what's even wilder is that a lot of modern highways are built directly on top of the ancient Roman routes.
And these Roman engineers, they let absolutely nothing stop them. I mean, their ability to master any terrain was just a symbol of the empire's power and sheer determination. A river wasn't an obstacle, it was a place to build a massive arched bridge. A mountain in the way? No problem, they'd just chisel a tunnel straight through it.
And really, that's the main takeaway here. The core ideas were just so solid, a strong, layered foundation, and a fantastic drainage system. These principles were so good, so fundamental, that they are still the basis for how we build roads today.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? The story of the Roman roads is this powerful reminder that truly great engineering isn't just about solving a problem for right now. It's about building for the future. It's about creating something so useful, so durable, that people can still feel its impact 2,000 years later.